My name is Rachel Gellier-Massin. I'm the Managing Director of Stagecoach West. When we think about the carbon emissions around public transport, in Gloucestershire, 3% of all transport-related emissions come from travelling by bus, and 97% of transport emissions come from travelling by car. So it's really important in whatever strategy that we have as we move forward, whether as a bus operator, a local authority, an energy provider or any other stakeholder in the county, that we realise that just solving bus isn't enough. It's about all working together, because actually we've got a huge challenge on our hands to really make the dent that we need on the national carbon emission results that we're seeing. In terms of our relationship with other stakeholders in the county to work towards more sustainable transport, I would say our greatest relationship is with the local authority. So the government released a national bus strategy in the last 2 years, and it was super focused on all stakeholders working together to create a county that has public transport and green travel at the heart of what it does. A key aspect of that is looking at things like travel hubs. So we know that most members of the community, they don't just want to be pushed to one method of making a journey. People actually want the freedom to be able to switch between various different modes. So we're exploring having better hubs across the county so that we can make it more of a seamless experience for people to make that switch from whatever mode to whatever mode, rather than narrowing our public down to having to choose one option. In a Cheltenham context, most of that investment is being put into the Aldcourt Park and Ride, which currently functions as a bus park and ride, but actually as it is developed over the next year or two, it will become an all singing, all dancing multimodal hub. We've noticed that the peak hours of the day have totally changed, so we're reviewing our timetables to make sure that they now reflect the travel needs of our customers, because they are different times of the day. More people are working from home. Our older generation are staying at home more, whereas our younger generation have come back at the levels that they travelled before the pandemic. So we're changing our timetables to reflect the way that those needs have changed. We've had to radically look at our ticketing. So we've now introduced flexible tickets. We've got a Flexi 5 ticket, which gives 5 tickets for the price of 4, but most importantly, you can use that at any time. Gone are the days that people want to do a 7-day fixed ticket. People's needs have changed, and so our ticketing has changed as well. And in a Cheltenham context, that works out at about £3 and 4p a day each time that they travel. And we're conscious that we have to get that price right, because costs are rising for everybody. Whatever you do, whether you're a young person or an older person, those costs are rising, and we know we have to be attractive on price, otherwise people will look at using their car instead. But as a side, I have to work really hard with the local authority around what we're competing with. Whilst I can't really influence what private car park owners do, I do try to influence what local authority owned car park arrangements are. Because if I can do a 5 for 4 ticket that costs £3 and 4p for somebody to travel, but somebody can park in the middle of Cheltenham for the day for £2.50, somebody just isn't going to choose to travel by bus. And it is a very difficult balance, because to make the changes in technology that our customers expect, whether it's the technology of how you pay or whether it's the technology of what type of bus it is, how we protect our customers from feeling the impact of that cost, because if we can't pass that cost on to our customer through fares, how do we pay for that? And across our county, the pandemic has left us with up to 35% fewer passengers than we had beforehand. So we do have a real industry challenge to try and make sure that we are appealing to a new customer base, that our price point is really attractive, but equally we can afford to continue to make the investment in the technology that we know our customers really require.